And we are live today for opening ceremony of day 2.
Hello.
Yay.
Welcome, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, I hope everybody had a great time with day 1. You're excited to do another day of role-playing content.
I'm ready.
I know my game yesterday was a hot mess, but we'll get into that. It was a shit show, but that's the kind of game I like to run. So yeah, we played, what was it, 4 games yesterday? 5?
We did 4.
4?
4 today, or 4 yesterday, 3 today.
Okay. I got to see some of the fight 5e D&D by Random Tuesday. Definitely going to check her out later after this convention is over. I really liked her style.
So many
Super
halflings, right?
Sand seals. Yeah, a lot of halflings, sand seals, Dave doing Dave things.
Awesome.
It was a very good time. Excited for that one. And then Dean, you played in 13th Age.
Yeah, that was my first time playing 13th Age, and like I wasn't sure what to expect. We had a lot of fun though, and it was just nice too because working so much like with and for Roll20 the past year, I just haven't had as much time to play again on Roll20, and it was just such a nice reminder too of like, oh yeah, that like this is so much fun, and I don't know any of. I know Kristen a little bit, but just jumping into a game with strangers and how smooth and fun that still is, and just like it just gave me that giddiness of like, oh, like even with strangers on Roll20, this is so cool. But yeah, that game was fun. I had one of those moments where it's like you're playing a character and you're like, oh no, am I steamrolling the game with this aggressive character? Oh no, hopefully people don't hate what I'm doing now.
I looked over a lot as I kind of half watched all day, and I saw a lot of smiling and laughing from everyone at your guys' table. So I thought I was telling Suzanne I was most impressed with that game. I've actually never really watched Eric fully do this before. And I was just so impressed with how supportive he was. I was like, wow, this is awesome. He was like, I believe in you.
Yeah,
like,
there's always
that made me feel so good about myself just watching it. It was great.
I have a lot of moments where I'm either watching or playing with the GM, and I'm just like, damn, they're like good at this, like at this in general or at this particular element, and you're just like, how do I steal that element I like, but I don't know if I can. But yeah, no, that was yeah. I mean, well, like how you internalize it as you,
right?
But yeah, Eric was great. That was so much fun. Yeah, how about your games, Adam?
My game was awesome. I was playing Blades in the Dark, which is a game that I really, really like. And I was playing with a bunch of people that I also really like. So for me, it's just like, just another day in awesome RPG town. I'm in the opposite space from you, Dean, in that I am in Roll20 actively like doing things probably like 30 hours a week every week on the various channels that I do role-playing content for. So I'm playing a lot of role-playing games. But what's nice about RPGs, and this is like a discipline level thing, is that every time you sit down at the table with a new game or with new people or even just a new session with the same people, you're going to be surprised. Something is going to happen that you didn't expect. And that's, for me, that's what makes it so I could, like, we can play as much as we do. So this was just another great example of that. I find that with one-shots, it can be really hard to pace them, right? Like that's the trickiest thing where you're like, okay, we have 3 hours, and because we're presenting it as a show, and this definitely just comes from like being a Twitch streamer, I want it to be like a closed narrative thing. I want it to be like, here's the start, here's the middle, here's the finish. This something that you can absorb and take home. And thankfully my cast is also quite practiced at that, so we were able to pace it out really nicely and tell just like a little story with Blades. But yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the only problem though is that once you get a taste, like people in chat were like,
I was gonna say your chat wanted that again.
What if you do more of this again?
I saw a lot. That's what was gonna be my comment. I saw a lot in your chat of going, "This is over now."
Yeah, well, and that's the trick, right? You do a one shot, and we've had campaigns on the channel where like our Apocalypse World game was a one shot, and people liked it so much, and we had so much fun playing it that we were like, yeah, how about we just do this as a full thing for a couple of weeks? So
It's great that you have one-shot pacing down. As a GM, I dread the one-shots just because no matter what, it's always that one thing people get stuck on where it's like, and it's always like just a random adjective that I've used of like, oh, you're going by this water and like the water is like, purple. And like, just,
Why is it purple?
don't realize that it came out of my mouth. And the next hour and a half is like discovering the source of the purple.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I like to run a game like Monster Hearts as a one shot.
Yes, tell us
Because
more.
as a campaign, like it can have like very slow development and like denouement and all of that. But as a one shot, it's like fucking
Yeah.
make your characters and drive them to a very bad end. However much time you're
Quite
alive.
literally, right? On a school
Yeah.
bus.
I mean, yeah, none of the PCs died.
They didn't. That's true.
They just
They killed a lot of
massacred
people.
a lot of people in the amusement park, but it's fine. PETA's on it.
That's right. That's right.
Whatever.
There's
Rips the
nothing
stuff
wrong
that
with
they-
him. He's just laying on the ground. There's a lot of
Yeah.
that. You
Yeah,
don't see
there was
anything
a
here.
lot of that.
Nothing to see.
It takes kind of the murder hobo aspect of PCs and like really foregrounds it. Like all of the PCs are literally monstrous little shits because they're teenagers and also because they're paranormal monsters.
I think you just wrote the new tagline for these games, like powered by the apocalypse, the murder hobo system.
I'm also
Right?
kind of
Is it
jealous.
Is Monster Hearts Apocalypse too? Yeah.
I'm kind of jealous that I wasn't in Monster Hearts as well because I think I made the reference yesterday where like when I first heard the name 13th Age, my thought was like, oh, get my diaries out and like role play that.
Yeah.
And like even at the point where I'm like, like I tried to find some diaries from that time and it was like I can't believe my parents burned the spaghetti. And trying to like get into that mind state.
I wish I still had that stuff. I should have saved more.
Yeah.
Are we? Oh no, we're still good. I had a brain fart on the time. I was like, oh my god, we went over. No, we started at 11. Everyone. Awesome.
Yeah. How was your day, Stephanie?
It was good. I spent my day with YouTube and Twitch, making VODs. No, I had a great day watching everybody. It was really fun. I've been working on this project for what feels like half a year now. It's probably been a little less than that, but it's just nice to see it come to fruition and to see all these awesome people contribute and help us for such a cool cause. We like working with Cybersmile because it fits well with what we do and what they do. I think go well hand in hand together. We both like having great communities. So yeah, speaking of VODs, day one is all up on our YouTube. So if you want to check that out, if I don't know if we have mods today yet, probably I don't have the right thing open, but I'll put it in chat.
Is there a link below the stream?
Oh, I haven't updated it yet.
Okay.
Oh, to YouTube. Yeah, they can click on the
Yeah.
YouTube below for sure. That is there.
Don't do it right now.
Yeah, don't
But
do it now, but
if you missed any of yesterday's content, the VODs are up on YouTube.
Yeah, that was super quick. I remember after that game, I went out for a quick bite and came back, and then like it was up, and I was
yeah,
like, "Wow,
Twitch
amazing."
was on fire yesterday. It was great. So thank you,
Yeah.
Twitch, for working so well.
But yeah, so yesterday was pretty awesome. What do we have lined up today?
Should we do that last and do charity first? I know we
Okay.
put it in the wrong order. You just did it so wonderfully in the end yesterday, and I think it makes more sense.
All right, let's talk instead about our wonderful numbers.
Yay.
We had a lot of engagement yesterday, and thank you everybody that donated, that played games, that showed up to the
Hooray.
stream.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing. Over 37,000 games have been played since the beginning of Roll20CON
Holy
under
cow.
that Roll20CON tag on the site. So thanks everybody for rallying together and playing games with your friends. I feel like that's something that you don't need thanks for, but you're doing it,
Yeah.
and we really appreciate it. Thank you for having fun on the site, question mark.
Exactly.
During day one, we had at least 20,000 people playing games on the site at the same time. So
We're gonna try and check for see if that number was actually higher. The access that we had was just to look at what we thought was the peak time, but we're gonna have our devs try to dig, and we'll keep updating those numbers.
But yeah, I definitely think that deserves thanks, especially for, like organizing a game as
Yeah.
any
Oh yeah.
GM. That's putting yourself out there, and that's effort. And so yeah, thank everyone who puts it out there and takes those steps to get people together. It's
Yeah,
wonderful.
especially our LFG users. We had I believe before the convention started, I know we had 6 pages of LFG listings, and I know, like, I feel like a quarter of them were probably from Dungeons and Dragons Adventures League. So shout out to them for going into that and creating games for people to join who didn't have games to play with their friends. We appreciate that.
Thank you very much, all you GMs out there. You're doing some Lord's work. I don't want to be Gnostic about this. And we've received over $1,700 in donations to Cybersmile, which is fantastic. We hope to continue raising money to combat cyberbullying today.
We have not checked this morning. It's probably, hopefully, donate now if you haven't, a little bit higher, and we'll get you updates on those numbers too, and talk
Stephanie,
more about them. Yeah.
Do you want to remind everybody what Cybersmile is?
Yes. Let me grab a note sheet, and I'll also share. Let me open this chat command so I can actually link Roll20CON. So, in this year, once again, we have partnered with Cybersmile. Cybersmile is an international nonprofit that helps the victims of cyberbullying. We picked them again this year because we have watched as they've done a lot of really amazing initiatives over the last year to support diversity and online inclusion, and we felt like it was just great examples of things that we want going on over here at Roll20. And so we wanted to support them again. Last year we were able to raise enough to cover their communications budget, is I believe what I was told, and we wanted to be able to try to contribute to that again. So what we've done is we have had, I believe, about 10 or 15 marketplace creators from our community have contributed art pieces in the forms of maps and tokens and tiles, and they are available through a donate link on Roll20, or if you donate using that Streamlabs in the chat here on, I'll put that up right now. If you donate during that using the Streamlabs thing and email us, we'll get you the art pack as well. And that the target, the goal, the total for last year was about 3,700. So we're a little low on that. So Chubby, Kobold Gaming, if you want to help us, feel free. But we think today's audience is going to help out. So anything you can give, though, is good. We're happy to have gotten what we have, and it's a pretty exciting opportunity for us to be able to use the community that we have to be able to give back in this way. So there's an art pack available to anybody who donates. It's really awesome. It does have 5 maps and about 15 tokens, I think, or 20 tokens in it. And inevitably, there's also a Teespring campaign, available, and that's linked in their chat too. And the Teespring, Naja is beautifully modeling today. And we, this is what we're calling the golden dragon. It's the luck dragon. Designed by artist Will Kirby, and Will is the artist who designed this beautiful poster you can see in the background of what we're on right now, and at roll20con.net. So if you are interested in donating, please feel free to do so using any of those options. And if you don't want to, that's okay too. Your support in being here and watching, or watching on YouTube is all we need, and we appreciate the support in that way. So
sure, but I think Cybersmile organization is so great in the way that even if for somehow you are convinced that their goal is something that you will never be affected by, just knowing that if you give anything to such an organization such as them, that anyone else that ever might be affected by that, just like the bigger their name is, the more that people know there's resources available when those attacks are going on. Just the effect that it has on people, knowing their support systems in place when you're in an emergency. So I would just internalize those things and
Absolutely.
see, even if it doesn't affect you directly, the amount of good it can do, just in the getting the name out there alone can help so many people.
I absolutely agree. That
Definitely.
is, I was very happy when it was a no-brainer for us to just, oh yeah, of course it's Cybersmile again. So.
Yeah.
Awesome. So today we have some more excellent content lined up for you. Immediately after this part of the show, we've got Night Witches, which is a game that I've only gotten a chance to play once, but loved and never forgot my character and her political criminal husband.
That's awesome.
It's about female Soviet pilots during World War II who would fly in the night and bomb the Germans. And for sexism reasons, they were given the shittiest planes and the shittiest everything, and still went out there and killed it. And
Yeah, it's got three of my favorite things: cool ladies, gay stuff, and blowing up fascists.
Yeah. I'm not really sure. I own this book and I've read it, but I haven't actually gotten to play with anyone yet.
Yeah, you just
read
totally
it a couple
sold
times.
me.
It's so good. It's
It
such a
is.
good game. Yeah.
It'll be GM by Dina / Alex.
Yes.
And the players are Mel, Kira, James, and Suzanne.
Yes. James of One Shot Podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah, James D'Amato and Mel and Suzanne from Roll20, which is awesome.
then
And I
Kira is
Scold
fantastic.
and Kira, yes. Kira, who I can't remember her Twitter right now. Kira,
Kira Nancy.
yes. And then Skuldella Creme, I think, is Dina Alex.
Yeah, so that's definitely going to be super intense. Check it out. Then we'll be talking about Roll20's recent esports acquisition, which if you haven't heard about, but you like HOTS, you should definitely root for this team.
That's true. Dean and I are going to talk about that and hopefully find the team playing live at that time and show off a little bit of some stuff that I don't know that much about, but that's why I've got Dean helping me. I can tell you all about the acquisition. So.
I actually don't know that much about it yet, and I'm excited to learn.
Yeah,
Hopefully
me too.
Everyone else out there,
It's been fun to
into
watch.
HOTS.
Yeah.
Check it out. And then we've got 5e D&D GM by Neil Erickson, Ye Old Koibu, with players Etikos, Tanya, and Nolan himself.
Yes. We are very excited for that game because I want to see Ezekos roleplay in English. That's my yes. Because last year it was all Portuguese, and I haven't gotten to see him do it in English much. So it's gonna be fun.
Awesome. Yeah, and then we have a bit with I Need Diverse Games
Yes.
and Charity, and you guys will be.
And that's
talking about
Tanya
that.
from the previous game will be jumping in. That's Cypher, I can't read
Cypher
her
of
Twitter.
Care.
There we go. Thank you.
Cypher.
Thank you.
Yeah.
People know the Twitter handles better than the names, so I apologize. I know their first names, not the Twitter handles, is the problem. Thank you.
And then
Thank you, guys.
a game that I'm personally very excited for. We're going to be playing Dungeon World with M. Coble, who had something to do with the game. I think his name is in the book somewhere.
Like a Kickstarter backer kind of thing.
Yeah,
Right?
totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're very grateful for his input, as I hear. And then it's me, Caitlin, Jesse Cox, and Maggie Cron. And it's going to be, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a shit show. 'Cause I'm doing my level best.
Thank
So
you.
the last year we closed the con with a game of Tenra Bancho Zero that Caitlin, Jesse, Wheat, Seltzer, and Jeff were in,
yeah.
and at the end of that game, by a combination of like con-related loopiness, like having been up so long and like played so much, and then also just how funny the game was, I was in tears. Like we were all laughing so hard we couldn't talk.
That's right.
So I anticipate similar levels of ridiculousness this time around.
Yeah, that was the 24-hour stream, so everybody was
Yeah.
nuts. We did not do that this year, and look how calm and normal we are.
Yeah, me and Caitlin are already in cahoots. So
If your guys' emails in planning are any indication of how much fun it's going to be, I'm excited. So
Yep.
And they barely said anything. It's just random like sounds and excitement. Oh my god, I can't wait.
Yeah, and that's our plan for today.
That's Roll20CON 2017.
So definitely get to donating, buy your t-shirts, check out our content. Once it's over, watch the VODs, continue to be super engaged with running games, being in games, learning about new games, and learning about all the different sorts of people that play them.
If you are watching this and you're planning on streaming today alongside of us, please do make sure to tweet at us too, using that hashtag Roll20CON. There's been a ton of engagement in that hashtag. I'm very excited about it. I really appreciate it. I do know I think our marketplace creators are playing again today. I believe I saw. And then we also have the Super Geeked Up people playing again today. And I think a ton more D&D Adventures League games are going to be streaming too. So if you, I think the best place to look is either that Roll20 game tag on Twitch, because there was actually quite a few people using it yesterday, so thank you for doing that, or using our hashtag to find out what everybody else is doing, because we want you to join us here. Leave our tab open, but definitely, spread the love.
As many voices in your head as you can handle.
Right.
Just take them all in.
And you learn to play games.
Yeah. It's focus building skills of how much can you tune out and figure out what's important.
Do we have last minute thoughts so we can kill our 3 minutes?
Kill 3 minutes. All right.
Yeah.
Can you explain how you're attacking it?
What am I attacking?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're attacking the 3 minutes.
The 3 minutes?
They
Oh
have-
my gosh, this just turned into a role-playing game.
Using a careful approach.
I have 3 GMs right now. I just realized what's happening and I'm panicking. Oh my gosh.
Time has a very high armor class.
Wow.
I don't think you're going to be in a position
I
to
don't.
be able to damage it.
I don't think
You're
so.
certainly welcome to try.
That was awesome. Thank you for being so clever and wonderful, all of you.
Yeah.
How I wanted to give shout outs. We could do that to the behind the scenes because she said something so nice about me and now she's not here, so I'll do it now and we can do it later. But thank you to Suzanne and to Steve, who have been actively feeding data, and Suzanne, who has been working very hard doing a lot of this production stuff alongside of me. She is not here with opening both of these times because she was hosting the Zoom call, the other Zoom call for the next game, and she'll be doing the same thing because she will be playing in the next game. So, Suzanne, you are also doing a great job. Thank you for keeping me sane. But yeah, I think... Go ahead.
I'm always amazed. I'm always amazed how much everybody does. But in even working with Roll20 for a while now, of just like the amount that Steve does behind the scenes, to the point where like I'm almost kind of banned from saying his name in chat just because like
you don't want to call him, yeah.
Like I like, I have a tendency to be like, why can't we do this? Like, can't Steve just make it? And usually the answer is like kind of he can,
but not
like,
right now.
Let's pace it.
So that's been the fun. It's a funny. This is like this is totally a good thing we can share that I like. Word of advice for anyone who works in this world is if you want something changed in tech, you just have to be persistent about it, but really patient. Because one of the first things I wanted changed about Roll20 is getting changed probably in the next quarter. And I'm on 3 years, right? So, but I was persistent, and I waited, and I kept asking for it, and then more people wanted it, and now we're here. So.
See, I had the opposite experience where I just like showed up in the room and was like, "Yo, who's gonna make me a burning wheel character sheet?"
Okay, yeah, but that's different. You're on demand. You're on demand. That's different. We need you to be that way.
I think the wisdom to take from this is if there's anything in your life that you need changed, anything that you're struggling with personally, or tech-wise, or just in the world, just ask Steve, and eventually it will be delivered.
I thought you were gonna go deep. I was like ready to be prepared and like support whatever you were saying. That's
too
the
early
best.
for deep.
That's the best. I think that is a great transition out of here, Naja. Do you want to say goodbye for us?
Yeah, so everybody stay tuned for Night Witches. I promise this game's going to blow your mind if you don't know about it. And you'll see all of our faces variously throughout the day. But stay tuned, keep playing, keep donating. Enjoy day 2 of Roll20CON.
Hooray.
Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks.